stoppage time. He's played through by Firmino and dinked it over Alisson there. At the break, it's 2-0. Half time, and it's Liverpool 2, Roma 0. The away side have been dreadful at the back. They came close to scoring when Kolarov's shot from around 25-30 yards was actually tipped onto the bar unconvincingly by Carries, but Liverpool then had chance after chance. Mane should have scored when he was one-on-one there, put it over the bar again. He had a shot with his right foot from the penalty spot which went over, but then 36th minute there, Salah bends one into the top left corner with a brilliant finish just inside the area, and then in first half stoppage time, well, it's a very warm welcome back to our off-tube independent studio coverage of this Champions League semi-final first leg. Liverpool 2, Roma 0 at the break, and Roma have got a lot of work to do if they're to get back into, well, this leg you'd feel, and maybe even the tie. If Liverpool can rack up another couple of goals, then it could all be over, although that'd be silly to think when Roma had that good comeback against Barcelona to get to this stage of the competition, but I can tell you there has been one change made at the break, and this comes for the away side as Cengiz Under goes off there, which I think is maybe a little bit harsh. I thought he'd done a decent job up there trying to run the channels anyway, but he's gone off, and Patrick Schick has come on to replace him there, so maybe a little bit more of a physical presence up there, but we'll have to wait and see. But certainly Roma have got a lot of work to do. So lineups in the second half: Liverpool, it's Karius in goal, and it's Robertson, Van Dijk, Lovren and Alexander-Arnold who's booked. Milner, Henderson and Van Yalden, who came on as a first-off sub for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Break-off, though, is Liverpool trying to attack there, and the ball towards the edge of the area. That's got to be a handball, a deliberate handball there by the Roma man. It is as well. That's going to be a free kick. It's around sort of 25 yards out. Strootman is the man who has been cautioned. Mane, Firmino and Salah, the last three there for Liverpool, as we'll see this one again. I mean, well, it looks more deliberate when I saw it in real time, but it was a handball.
Yeah, handball, no doubt about it. Again, it stemmed from a long ball downfield. I mean, they didn't even challenge Salah there, did they? We were talking early in the game how Roma had the height advantage. How is he winning headers? And it was a handball. Milner quickly up in support, knocked it past Strootman. So free kick opportunity early doors, fairly central. Salah's on a hat-trick. It's a good way out, though, maybe 30 yards or so. Can't really blame Alisson for any of the goals, but he won't be wanting to concede too many more as he tries to line up this. Well, it's a fair way out, but what is Salah not capable of at the moment?
I think Alexander-Arnold's going to hit this, and he steps up right-footed, and he does hit it. It cannons against the wall up into the air, and then Kolarov, just volleys this one out of play. Will be a throw to Liverpool. Roma's team: Alisson in goal, Jesus, who's yellow-carded, Manolas and Fazio, Kolarov, Strootman, De Rossi and Florenzi, 9-goal, and Dzeko and Schick, the substitute. As this ball is with Liverpool, as well, they throw it down the line. Milner goes to the floor, gets back up there. Alexander-Arnold then is dispossessed, and the linesman says that's come off Alexander-Arnold last, so it will be a throw to Roma on this near touchline, just about level with the edge of their own penalty area. And it's going to be Kolarov. Well, that looked like a foul throw, but he gets away with it as he tries to exchange passes. But then Liverpool get him with a challenge with Alexander-Arnold. It's back down the line, then Jesus clears it, but then it's straight to a Liverpool man. This time Henderson. Now Alexander-Arnold floats one into the box, but that's a poor delivery. It's overhit and easy for Alisson to come out and collect that one, and he'll just hold the ball for a few seconds. And well, it's been a good start to the second half for Liverpool in terms of just pushing up there, keeping Roma pegged into their own half as things stand. Alexander-Arnold that's putting the pressure on Kolarov midway through Roma's own half as this ball is cleared into Liverpool's half. And then there's maybe a free kick given. There is, as Lovren has just maybe received a bit of a heavy challenge there from Schick in the back. We'll see it again. Yeah, just a bit of a late one there. He jumped into him, and it's a rightly deserved a free kick there for Liverpool. But I mean, if you're Jurgen Klopp, you probably just don't want anything different, do you? You want to keep using that game plan you mentioned at the start of the second half. It's just play long balls downfield.
Yeah, they're just not dealing with it. And what's worrying for Roma is they're not winning many tackles in the middle of the park either. The Liverpool midfield is just getting to the ball a lot quicker than their Roma counterparts. Strootman, De Rossi, I mean, even Nangolan getting back there helping out. Thought he might be needed defensively, but the second best at the moment. I mean, Schick actually, I did the Roma second leg against Barcelona. I thought he was more useful than Edin Dzeko in the first half. Put himself about, one chase lost course. He's a little bit quicker than Zeko, but of course he got replaced. Here come Liverpool again, more hesitancy at the back. Eventually it's tackled behind by Manolas. It will be another corner to Liverpool. I mean, Roma, how have they got this far defending like they are? It's incredible.
I've got absolutely no idea at the moment. They're not going to get much further if they don't shape up a bit, as this delivery by Alexander-Arnold is headed away. Then Dzeko's trying to bring it down in the edge of his own box. The header comes in from, well, the challenge from Milner, but the referee's saying that's a little bit too robust, so that will be a free kick to Roma. Looking at the options left on both benches now. Well, Liverpool have Klein, Klavan, Moreno, Mignolet, the sub-keeper, Ings and Solanke. As for Roma, they've got Pellegrini, Perotti, Gonalons, Perez, Skripski is the sub-goalie, and then El Shawari. I think the latter there is probably someone we could see at some point in this game if Roma need to continue to try and get back into it, as Kolarov has possession and he just quite easily goes past Milner, continues down this left channel, then plays a ball in field to Dzeko, lays it off there, Nainggolan into the penalty area, tries to find the cut ball back there, and there's half appeals for a penalty there as Lovren slid in, and maybe I think sort of hit him around the rib area when he was on the floor anyway, and the ball is cleared away. The referee was happy with the challenge, but that's a little bit better from Roma.
Yeah, it was great play from Kolarov to get him the space initially, because he was under pressure from Milner, former Manchester City teammates, weren't they? But he just got the better of him there. And it's clever little stuff just in the box, the one touch. I think it did strike the arm, but because he was sliding in, he was already on the floor. He didn't hit the arm. He didn't hit the ball with his arm first. That came second, so you can't really give that as a penalty. But some signs of a life in the Roma attack. Whether it'll be enough, because Liverpool back on the attack.
Yeah, Salah right hand side of the penalty area, just tries to toe poke a ball towards Mane there, who's around the penalty spot area, but Roma get it clear, but only temporarily, as Liverpool have it back. Robertson now gets, well, tries a 1-2 with Mane, but actually goes back to Henderson. Now it is with Robertson again. Mane again, just around 20 yards out there, holds onto it under a little bit of pressure, back out to Robertson. Now a chip ball into the box, looking for Mane by the Scotland international. It's easily into the hands of Alisson, and Roma can try and get things going from the back again, but certainly a lot of room for Liverpool to exploit. And again, when Salah picked up that ball before, it was just Wijnaldum turned on it inside his own half, looked up and just pinged the ball out to the right channel there over the top of the defence, and Salah had the pace to get in again.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much pace. I mean, Kolarov is kind of, well, he is a wing back, so he's not necessarily defending necessarily, but I don't think Jesus is doing a particularly good job. But here come Roma. The good thing for Roma is they don't need to win this game. They don't have to completely open up and, you know, get back to 2-2, because, you know, a away goal to take back to the Stadio Olimpico was almost given away by Fazio. Well, it was given away. It hit Salah. He wasn't expecting it, and it was just a heavy touch, so it's gone through to the keeper, but for any softer, he's just clean through from some slack play at the back. But as I say, Roma don't need to commit suicide going forward. They only, I mean, Eagle, the way that they played in that first half, 2-0 wouldn't be the worst result in the world.
Yeah, I think if they could get an away goal, then fantastic. 2-1 wouldn't be a bad result for them. And obviously they are good at their home patch as well, which Barcelona found out. So yeah, I think there's still something in this game. My 2-2 still on, I have to say that. I thought at the start, but it would be a bit of a miracle as things stand. But Roma coming forward, their ball breaks towards the edge of the box, and it's Schick there in possession. Looking for support, still looking for support, holds it up there. It comes very, very slowly in the shape of Nainggolan. Now out to this near left side for Kolarov there. He's going to have a go at Alexander-Arnold, but then thinks better of it. Says, I don't have the pace to get past the youngster. And Roma at the moment just exchanging passes, but they're going backwards really in this attack, having been just on the edge of Liverpool's penalty area. They've had to go all the way back towards the goalkeeper, nearly all they've given away though, and there's a mistake, and Firmino plays the ball through there. Mane is offside though, hasn't timed his run right there. Maybe the pass was slightly delayed, or I think it's more Mane went too early. But again, they nearly did it before Roma and giving the ball away. They did it this time, and they're lucky not to be punished.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really blame Mane there, because he's going up to press the back pass. Maybe he could have just held it a fraction longer. Maybe the pass just came a fraction too late. I can't really blame Firmino, because he's trying to cut off the pass back to Alisson as well. But I mean, they're just making hard work with the basic things. Are Roma, and they even look as though they don't want to go into 50-50 challenges as well. I mean, it's all Liverpool. If Roma somehow keep the scoreline as it is, I think they could arguably take that as a win, because of A, the chances Liverpool have missed, and B, the defence is getting no protection and it's not playing well. So 2-0 would be a very good result for Roma.
Yeah, the only player I've really seen go into a challenge is probably Nine Golden. I mean, even De Rossi, who has had this reputation of, you know, being the enforcer a little bit at times for Roma, hasn't really gone into challenges, shied away, as quite a few of them have. And Liverpool are in again behind the back there. Salah into the penalty area, squares it, should be 3-0, and it is 3-0 there, and it's so easy. It's Sadio Mane who's got himself on the score sheet, missed a couple in the first half, but he couldn't miss this one there. It's absolutely dreadful from Roma, but Liverpool are in dreamland.
Yeah, it is dreadful. I mean, it's simple in the end. It'd be interesting to see if he was offside, because Roma felt he might have been. I mean, there wasn't much protestation, so maybe they just accept their lot. We're going to get a slow-mo replay. Oh, do you know what? I think he's a little bit offside, you know. But I mean, the defence is all over the place. Who is Jesus marking? It's amazing how Mo Salah, who's got 2, has got just nobody around him for 20 yards.
Well, it's a great start to the second half for Liverpool. They've extended their advantage further. It's Liverpool 3, Roma 0, and it's Sadio Mane there, the man who missed 2 gilt-edge opportunities in the first half, has found the back of the net this time there. A hint of controversy in this one, though, as the ball is played over the top of Roma's defence down the right channel, and Salah, he just looked a little bit offside there, but he was given the benefit of the doubt by the linesman. He runs through there, he's in behind, into the box he goes, he waits for support, he cuts it back for Mane, who first time right-footed, turns it home from around 8 yards out into the bottom left corner. Liverpool are on the way for a big win. It's Liverpool 3, Roma 0.
Yeah, it's fantastic for Liverpool. I just can't believe how Roma are playing. They definitely need a goal to take back to the Stadio Olimpico now. You would have thought it looked a tall order to be keeping it to just simply. They're trying to give Liverpool goals. When they've got possession, they're giving it away. As Zeko, well, he keeps it in, but only for the benefit of Lovren. And it's another straight ball downfield that's got Roma on the back pedal. It's Mane into the box, pulls it back towards the penalty spot, but just getting there was Jesus ahead of Salah. Pressure still on, though. They're not learning from their mistakes, Roma.
I mean, they're not. Again, it's a long ball. It looks like a good ball, but it is just a long ball forward there. Some of them are cross field, but it's not. It's great creativity from Liverpool, but that's all they have to do, and then suddenly they bomb forward, and Mane's pass there, I don't think it was that bad. I think it was actually just well read by the defender to cut across Salah there and clear the ball away, but it's just one of the worst defensive performances I've seen from a side, especially in the Champions League at the semi-final stage, and just seeing shots of the Roma fans, and they look, I mean, absolutely shell-shocked. I mean, their team has been dreadful. They had 10 minutes in this game, and that was in the first half where they looked quite dangerous, but apart from that, they've been all over the place. As I'm saying that, Roma tried to come forward now with Edin Dzeko, who's of course a transfer target with Chelsea in January, but they opted for Olivier Giroud instead, as this ball is switched out to this near left side for Kolarov now, gets it out of his feet there, little turn inside there, good play by Kolarov, gets into the penalty area, then a left foot strike is gone way wide there. It was Patrick Schick there, who really, the ball came at him fast there, he's had to try and divert it, wrap his left foot around it quickly, and it was hard really to do anything with that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he's going for goal, you know. Didn't really go for power or anything. I thought it looked to me like he was just trying to dink it over the top for the runner, but he's overhit it. At least it's a shot at goal, because they haven't had one for a while. But well, I mean, Liverpool could end up. They've had a couple of 7-0s in this game, in this competition, haven't they?
Maribor, I think they beat.
I mean, there's time for them to get another 4. I mean, Roma are all over the place, so really it's disappointing for them. They're going to have a sort of Herculean effort to do like they did in the last game in the second leg, if they don't buck their ideas up. But I mean, Liverpool aren't slowing up in terms of their desire for goal. Mane down the left, and it's only partially headed away. Could be a chance for Firmino. He goes down. It's only partially cleared. Driven shot blocked by the legs of Alisson. Roma somehow get away with it. They can't clear it properly. Comes back in. Kolarov gets it out of the area, and eventually it's down to the halfway line. But there's a case for a penalty there, actually, wasn't there? A little shove on Firmino.
Yeah, Firmino, I think he went down a little bit too exuberantly there, really. He's trying to definitely sell it to the referee. It breaks to Robertson anyway, and Robertson, he hits that really well with his left foot. It's a really good save by Alisson, I have to say. He rushes out, makes himself big, and it hits him. And, I mean, it could have been 4-0 there. I have to say, Liverpool, they could really go for the jugular if they wanted to now in this tie, which I think they're trying to do. They want to kill this game off in the first leg as they come forward again. Firmino exchanges passes now. Van Yaldum, edge of the box there. Salah then trying to just work his way into the area. Too many bodies around it though. 9-man goal and plays it down the left channel. Dreadful ball though. Good interception, you'd say, from Lovren. From Henderson comes across, and Liverpool are going to win themselves a throw-in on this near side. Klopp just gives the fist towards his players there, saying keep it going. But again, and Liverpool were queuing up there around the edge of the box, trying to get him behind, and it's just Roma are all over the place at the back. I have to say, Salah has a little slip down the right side, but then all that Manolas does is just stab it out of play and give possession straight back to Liverpool.
Well, I mean, given the way that Salah, what's he got, 43 goals this season, and Roma are not playing with a left back, he's just having the freedom of the park. I mean, Kollarov's offering not very much defensively. We saw Wijnaldum breaking down that side just now. So, I mean, what is Kollarov doing defensively? If they want him as an attacking force, then that's a different story. But they're not seeing any of the ball, Roma. I might tell him, if I was the boss, just to play as a left full-back, because here's Salah down the right again.
Yeah, again, he comes forward there. He goes into the penalty area there. Shimmies there. Gets towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's a fourth goal for Liverpool, and again it is so easy, and it's Roberto Firmino who's tapped it in unmarked around 4 yards out with the far post there. Roma have capitulated in this second half.
Yeah, again, I mean, we don't know how good Alisson is, because, I mean, he's given no chance with any of the goals. I'll give the defender a little bit of credit on this one, because he showed Salah to his right foot.
Yeah.
That's at least something that he's learned. Salah's got a left foot, apparently, but he showed it to the outside. You got to credit Salah. He didn't go for goal, but, I mean, Firmino's in space at the far post, tap in, 4-0, job done.
Is this semi-final tie already over? Liverpool have just scored another. It's Liverpool 4, Roma 0. And, well, once again, Mohamed Salah is involved in this goal. Once more, he gets the ball down the right-hand side in space. He's allowed to drive into the penalty area, has a little shimmy, gets it onto his right foot there, goes past Jesus, and then he just puts a low cross towards the far post there. There's Roberto Firmino, unmarked, around 3-4 yards out, taps it into the back of an empty net, and Liverpool at the moment are on their way to the final listing stand, and it's only the first leg. It's Liverpool 4, Roma 0.
Yeah, it really is one-way traffic. It's embarrassing. I mean, they definitely need an away goal. Now, of course, they lost the first leg to Barcelona 4-1 at home. Not sure they were as dismantled as brutally in that game as they are getting in this one. Just past the hour mark, Roman legend Francesco Totti looks on. There is a corner deep towards the far post, too deep over everyone. It's going to bounce behind for a goal kick. But, I mean, I don't know how Roma are going to stop it. I mean, Liverpool, they're not even playing necessarily brilliant football, because Salah's just in space all of the time. Just feed it down the right. Oh, they've done that, and Salah again down the right. It's incredible.
It is incredible. Now into the box again goes Milner. His cross is blocked, but again wins a sided corner. I mean, you have to say, I mean, teams haven't been able to deal with Salah this season, that's granted. But Salah was at Roma less than a year ago. Surely they know what kind of player he is, how he plays. I mean, he would have scored similar goals for Roma as he's done for Liverpool this season, but they've just allowed him all of this space, and they're not even doing anything to try and combat it. They've just left one defender going up against him. Salah puts in his corner towards the far post. Oh, Alisson spills it. Maybe a chance, a header towards goal there by Mane. It was straight into the ground, and Roma managed to clear the ball away. Well, that could have been 5-0 there, and it would have been probably an unfair mistake, you'd say, on Alisson. That's a great challenge though by Henderson. He pings the ball into the penalty area, too much on it though, and Alisson can clutch that one and keep a hold of it this time, but nearly 5.
Yeah, nearly 5. I mean, he's just spilled it there. We were talking about his quality. It's not easy when he's just getting peppered 4-0. I suppose he's making that many saves, and now Florenzi has been dispossessed. Liverpool come again, but this time Robertson, they had lost the ball there, Liverpool, but Robertson's helped to try and win it back, and he's forced to throw it high up the pitch. I mean, they're just too good all around the pitch. We don't need Liverpool's defence has been criticised, but with this season, they're not getting a chance to be criticised because Roma just can't string two passes together. They can't find teammates. There's one-way traffic. It could be 6 or 7-0. You know.
It could be. It really, really could be, and it would be tie over. I think at the moment it's tie over anyway. If it finishes 4-0, Salah is allowed to run forward again there. This time down the left-hand side, finds Robertson just to his outside. Now back in field towards Mane. He's looking for a little bit of support. Finds Milner. Back to Robertson. Roma are going to make a couple of changes as well when the ball next goes out of play. It looked like it was Gonalons was there, stripped ready to come on, as was possibly El Shawari. Roma have won a free kick though as they win the ball back, and well, Milner's just going to be having a word from the referee now to say calm it down there. It was Strootman who was unhappy with the challenge, and he does catch him a little bit there, does Milner, but it's not the worst challenge I've ever seen. So we're going to see these two changes now, the second and third changes for Roma. Oh, in a minute we will actually, this player's just restarted again as this ball is flicked out by Roma towards the right-hand side. Florenzi volleys it back in field. Van Dijk wins his header. Barely mentioned Van Dijk in this game. Oh, through ball again, and Liverpool are in behind here. Possibly it's Firmino there, jinking his way towards the edge of the box. It falls now towards Van Yaldum as a foot came in there. Eventually from a Roma shirt. Still with Van Yaldum out to this near right-hand side for Alexander-Arnold. Holds onto the ball, and Liverpool, now Van Yaldum has it again. A little turn towards the edge of the box, who tries to dink a ball into the area, and Firmino is offside, had to leave it, and Alexander-Arnold can't get that ball in the end behind for a goal kick. We will see these changes now come on for Roma, and it is Gonalons, and it will be De Rossi, who is the first, or the second player I should say, to go off for Roma. So Gonalons comes onto the field of play. He was one of the 6 changes made by Roma for this game. I have to say De Rossi has barely been in this match. He's not done a lot. He's meant to be getting in and win the ball. He hasn't done that. This third change will come on in a few moments' time as well. Did look like it was El Shawari. It's going to be, actually no, it's Jesus that's gone off, and Diego Perotti has come on to replace him, so probably a little bit of a change in terms of formation as well. Probably just a solid back 4 now you'd feel for Roma. Perotti, Strootman and Gonalons possibly in the midfield 3, and then maybe 3 up top.
Yeah, I mean the problem there for Roma is that we know Kolarof's not particularly quick, and Salah's just having one of those games that he seems to be having a lot of for Liverpool this season. But you would think it's cutting out a simple ball into space down that side. It's come 2 goals too late. For me, I mean, De Rossi, like you say, he was just bypassed. I know Liverpool have gone kind of direct, but 3 up top, I mean, it's not just pump it downfield and hope for the best. There's just spaces all over the place, but I don't think Strootman and De Rossi have done an awful lot to help out their defence, which has obviously been struggling.
Yeah, I have to say it's been disappointing from Roma's midfield this evening. Now Salah just tries to whip a ball around the corner for Van Yaldum. It's intercepted, but then they win the ball back. Liverpool, Salah's ball in field is poor, but then this is just cleared behind, and it'll be a corner kick. And one of Gonalons' first actions since he's come on is to misplace a pass and put it behind for a corner kick for Liverpool. It doesn't get any easier for Roma, I have to say. The manager, Eusebio Di Francesco, looks, well, rightfully unhappy on the sidelines and frustrated. He'll have some strong words for his team, I feel, at full time. He probably had strong words at half time as Milner takes his corner, right-footed outswinging delivery there, and the header is on goal. Oh, the header's into the back of the net, and it's a 5th one, and Roberto Firmino has somehow got up above the Roma defenders and popped it into the back of the net, left-hand side with his head. It's 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have had the corner for a start off. If you know, looking from a Roma viewpoint, they're giving away a corner through nothing, and then, I mean, Firmino's beat his own player to the ball. It's ridiculous defending, to be honest. But I mean, do Liverpool care? Of course they don't. I mean, it's just all too easy. There's 7 defenders in around the penalty spot, and not one of them got off the ground. And Firmino's beaten Van Dijk to the ball. Alisson can't do anything about it. It's 5-0. It's tie over.
Well, this is turning into an absolute rout in Anfield. Liverpool 5, Roma 0. The Italian outfit have been blown away, but they've been the masters of their own downfall. A substitute was made. Gonalons came on for De Rossi. Perotti came on for Jesus, and it was actually Gonalons who gets a ball and tries to pass it back to his teammates, puts it out for a corner there under no pressure, and from that corner it swung in, and then Roberto Firmino beats his own man Virgil van Dijk to the ball. Free header, heads it, it one bounce into the ground and into the far corner there. Firmino with his second, Liverpool with their fifth. Liverpool 5, Roma 0.
Roma have got themselves a corner though, so might be an opportunity to score. They wasted little time in taking it. Oh, it's just over the head of Fazio, who comes out to Perotti on as a substitute. His first shot blocked, now he crosses towards the far post. Nobody there. It's kept alive right flank by Nangolan. Back to Florenzi. They're still waiting. Cross comes in, and it's only partially cleared, but Wijnaldum eventually puts his boot through it. There's a race on Kolarov. Salah this time. Kolarov, who did have the start, gets there first and finds Alisson, but a bit of pressure from Roma. It stemmed from a set piece, of course, but 5-0 down. The threat is always going to be on the counter. They just need to score, but Kolarov dispossessed, driving forward by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool have it back. Kolarov out of position, hit long by Lovren. One in the air by Manolis, but I think a free kick is given to Roma. Interesting to be a fly on the wall for Eusebio Di Francesco's post-match analysis on that one, on this game. But it might improve, of course. They've still got 20 minutes or so to get an away goal. Probably need 2 or 3. A clearance from Van Loveren is blocked by Zeko. It fizzes past the post. Obviously, you can't blame Karius in any way. That was almost an unlikely goal for Roma.
Nearly, very, very nearly. It seems like they're going to need something like that to try and get them back into this tie, though. Like it's already over this tie for me now. 5-0 to Liverpool. I mean, Roma have got an absolute mountain to climb, if not 2. But yeah, that was a little bit edgy there. But it's the first time Lovren's been put under pressure, but we know what happens when you put Lovren under pressure this season. He makes errors, but Roma have just been nowhere near getting close to Liverpool's penalty area.
Diego Perotti, the substitute, engineers an attack for Roma. Back with Strootman, who tries a cross-field ball, finds Kolarov, just slows it down momentarily after he's closed down by Wijnaldum, but a bit of space, cross comes in, but that's too close to Karius, and Virgil van Dijk almost ran into him. Well, he did run into him, and Karius is furious. It was totally accidental, but it looks as though Liverpool are going to make a second change. Of course, the first one enforced. Wijnaldum on for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but Danny Ings looks as though he's going to get a taste of European football on what is a tremendous night for Liverpool so far. 72 minutes gone. Liverpool 5, Roma 0, and given some of the chances they've missed, it's a little bit flattering for Roma, isn't it?
And it is. I mean, Sadio Mane could have had 2 in the first half. He's got 1 in the second, but there was the one-on-one chance he had, which he put over when he was in the box. There was the cutback from Salah, which he put over from the penalty spot area. There's been an offside goal, which was rightly ruled offside. Wijnaldum had a low shot. Lovren missed a free header from 6 yards. Robertson had a drilled shot from close range, which was saved. So many chances.
Could be a chance here. Header at the far post. Schick is a good save from Karius. Diving low to his left, didn't quite find the corner, the Roma substitute. Good ball in from Perotti, and it's a good matchup for Roma. It's Schick against Robertson, 1 winner there, but credit to Karius. He made a bit of a howler in the first half. He's I'd say he's come to Liverpool's rescue, but they're 5-0 up. It would prevent the away goal. As Alexander-Arnold brings it forward down the right for Liverpool, headed up in the air by Fazio, only as far as Wijnaldum. Under pressure, though, goes back to Milner, fed back out to Alexander-Arnold, right flank, early cross comes in, a header clear by Florenzi, picked up by Milner again, although good challenge from Strootman, and Zeko tries to turn Lovren. There's a body check there, and it will be a free kick to Roma. Just inside their own half. Danny Ings stripped still. It is a yellow card, so 2 Liverpool players on a caution. None for Roma, none now on the pitch, of course, because they subbed Jesus. Danny Ings is coming on, and standing ovation all round, it would appear. Mo Salah is the man to make way. 16 minutes left. He's done his job. Of course, he scored 2 first-half goals to put Liverpool on top. Wonderful finishes from the Egyptian, and what a bargain he's turning out to be. But time running out, and I suppose you give him the sending off and just rest him.
Pretty much, yeah. He's done his job. He's, 4 attempts, 4 on target, 2 goals. He provided the assist for Firmino's first goal as well. He's been pretty much on it, hasn't he? Did he provide the assist for Mane's goal as well, possibly? I mean, he's been involved in absolutely everything, but Roma have allowed him to be involved in everything. When it was 2-0, and at the start of the second half, when the same thing was happening, when he was getting so much room, it should have stopped in the first half, but it took Di Francesco until it was 4-0 to make a change and try and stop the service that he was getting, or the space he was allowed to run into. I mean, even so, they've scored another goal since then, but they've at least thwarted him slightly when they made the change in formation.
Yeah, Roma, time's running out for that away goal, which they probably need. 15 minutes plus injury time. Liverpool look dangerous every time they come forward, so this could get worse for the Giallorossi. Kolarov gives it away. This time in the Liverpool half, and Wijnaldum brings it clear, looking to get the ball back, but of course the space in behind Kolarov, and it's Ings who's exploiting it. Fazio comes across, just momentarily slows down the former Burnley striker. Back to Jordan Henderson. Across to the left of the centre circle, and Van Dijk. Robertson has it down a line. Milner's onside. Left-footed cross. No, he's faked it back onto his right, back onto his left. Digs out a cross too close to the keeper. Easy save, claim from Alisson. But it remains just too easy for Liverpool in general.
Far too easy. I think Milner made the wrong decision to go back onto his left foot there. If he just cut it back towards the edge of the box, he had a supporting play there and it would have been a better chance. But yeah, it's just far too easy. Liverpool, when they want to come forward, they just attack with ease. It's just, again, it's long balls, and it's easy for them to get them behind him. I mean, 5-0 is over anyway this time, to be honest. I think even if Roma got 1 away goal, it still wouldn't make a difference. I can't see Liverpool not scoring in the reverse leg at the Stadio Olimpico, to be honest there. So Liverpool, they won't say that they're thinking about the final, but I bet a few of the players will be if it ends 5-0 after this tie, or after this leg.
Yes, Kolarov wins a throw-in off Ings. But they've certainly got the bit between there. So he's going to need a miracle in the Eternal City. Arguably beating Barcelona was a miracle, but at the moment they've got to beat Liverpool by 5-0 just to take the game into extra time. 6-1, of course, is no good, because Liverpool would have the away goal. And they're probably not done scoring yet. I'm sure Danny Ings will want to make a point. Mane could have had a hat-trick himself. Firmino is on a hat-trick. I don't think they're going to slow down. The more goals they get, the more this tie is over. Probably already secured a top 4 place, so nothing else to play for apart from putting Roma to the sword. Here come the Italian side. Zecco, little diagonal ball into the box, and a stretching Alexander-Arnold just heads it, diverts it clear. It wouldn't have mattered actually, because Perotti was a fraction offside anyway. And it was good defending though. Yeah, he's gone astride too early. Looked as though Van Dijk was the one who was most in danger of playing him on, but of course it was dealt with by Alexander-Arnold anyway. He has been talked up about an England place this season, and he's not done too much wrong. Seems to put in a good cross as well. Got a bit of pace about him. Obviously he's young, he's going to make a mistake or two, but he's doing his case, no harm at all with his performance.
Yeah, I'd take him along, Alexander-Arnold, but then it's how many right backs do you want to take? But to be quite honest, I'd take Alexander-Arnold and I would take Kieran Trippier as my 2 right backs. A lot of people may be thinking, what about Walker? But I wouldn't have Walker in there. I mean, Alexander-Arnold has the pace that Walker has, but Alexander-Arnold is much better putting the delivery into the box. Walker just smashes it low all the time. He's got no finesse, where Alexander-Arnold's got a bit of variety in his play.
Free kick to Liverpool, only just inside the Roma half. Milner, well, he's actually forced to go back by the referee. He's going to stand this one up into the box towards Lovren far post, and although Lovren does win the header, it's a glancing touch that goes behind for a goal kick to Roma. Some of the fans for Roma still singing. Obviously, I don't know what they are in fact singing, but it might be some kind of funeral march, the way this performance has been. And after the highs, of course, beaten Barcelona 3-0, which is no easy task. Next game to get thumped 5-0, it's a little bit demoralising to say the least.
Yes, very demoralising. And you know, they would have been on the high, and they probably would have come here thinking, you know what, if we can get a 2-1, or you know, just avoid getting thumped, then we've got a chance bringing Liverpool back to the Stadio Olimpico. But 5-0, I mean, it's not even been, I can't say it's a masterclass from Liverpool, because it hasn't been. They've just played long balls, they put them into space. I think long balls are sometimes a bit harsh to say that, but into space, and they've had the pace, but Roma just haven't dealt with it. They haven't changed around their play enough, they haven't tried to combat what Liverpool have got, and it's just been far too easy for the Reds to get in behind and set up easy goals. I'm thinking really Salah's first goal, where he bent it into the top corner, is probably the furthest out that they've scored from in this game.
Roma are enjoying a bit of possession, but not threatening. Substitute Gonalons. He's half stop, but the ball ricochets to, could be a chance for Zeko. He's put it in near post. Karius, no chance with that one. There's a lovely ball in from Nainggolan. Chest control perfect. Maybe it was just slightly misread. We said Roma needed an away goal. They've got an away goal, but it still remains Liverpool 5, Roma 1.
Well, is there potentially a lifeline in this tie for Roma? It's Liverpool 5, Roma 1, and it's come from Edin Dzeko, and it's a lovely take by Edin Dzeko. It's just a ball which is floated over the top of the defence into the box there. Lovren mistimes his jump, can't get to the header, and Dzeko just chests it down ahead of him there, and composed and coolly just slots it into the near post there with his right foot. There's no chance for Karius there, who came rushing off his line. Roma have a goal back. It's Liverpool 5, Roma 1.
The celebration of Eusebio Di Francesco is a little bit silly. He's celebrating like it's an equaliser, but it's not. It's 5-1 as a cross comes in. Oh, it's a chance for Wijnaldum up through the middle. He's got it all wrong. He went with his left. He might have grazed his shin, but he didn't get the contact that he wanted. Straight from getting an away goal. That's just poor defending again. Fazio didn't get the call. It's problems all night at the back for Roma, and really that should have been 6. He actually went with his right. He stepped over it with his left, tried to open himself up, put it with his right. He's missed the ball, and that's a massive let-off for Roma, although it's judged to have come off a Roma player, so it is actually a corner kick. But he really should have done better with that one. Perhaps not the easiest ball to control. Maybe I'm doing him a favour there. He should have scored.
Yes, definitely should have scored. Lovely ball in, and with no more than 8 yards out, he should be fine in the back of the net.
Away swing it from Milner from the corner. It's a one by Fazio. The ball is going back towards Milner, although Perotti will actually beat him to the ball and can clear downfield. Hasn't got enough distance on it. Van Dijk heads it back towards the edge of the box. Well read by Manolas, and hurdles the challenge of Van Dijk. Bit of space down the left for the men in white, although there are more red shirts in the Liverpool half. No surprise given the scoreline. Zeko's crossfield pass is poor. Intercepted by Mane. It's a heavy touch, though. It's allowed Gonalons to win it back, as he goes long down at the middle looking for a Zeko, but Trent Alexander-Arnold with a chest pass almost teed it up to Schick. He's only cleared to Nainggolan. Zeko has it again, left-footed shot, low, weak dribbler, and Karius makes the save. All of a sudden, there's 1 or 2 openings at the other end.
Yeah, 5-2 could have made it interesting, possibly, with 2 away goals. But, yeah, again, I mean, Alexander-Arnold's pass actually wasn't bad. It's just a bit of a slip there from Lovren. Henderson's having a go at Lovren. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because it's Lovren, really, who's been targeted by Roma in these last few minutes, and he's just been found a little bit wanting. But where was this early on in the game, and to be honest, where was the defence from Roma early on in the game?
Roma have had 11 attempts now, though, surprisingly, in this fixture. 5 have been on target. Sorry, they've had 9 attempts. Liverpool have had 11 attempts on target. They've scored with 5 of them. Jurgen Klopp was absolutely furious, incidentally, with the Roma goal. And here come Roma again. Perotti, left wing, gets a cross in. It's a glancing header, clear. Left-footed shot comes in. It's blocked by Milner. It's going to be a penalty. Nainggolan, with a left-footed shot, had the power. Milner threw himself in the way of it. It struck the hands. Milner has got a rueful smile on his face. Could this be a second Roma goal? It is a penalty. Presumably, Edin Dzeko will take it.
I don't know what to say. There's just another incident into this game. I mean, Nainggolan shot comes in. Milner's running towards it. The arm is away from the body slightly. He's not put it towards the ball, but it has hit his hand. I can see why the referee's given it.
It's actually Diego Perotti, the substitute, who's going to take the penalty. He's not long been on the pitch, but obviously considered a better penalty taker. He's looking nervously at the referee, waiting for the go again. Up he steps. Oh, and it's a cool finish into the roof of the net. It was just chipped. Karius has gone the wrong way. Perotti's head into the back of the net. Roma think they can get more. It's Liverpool 5, Roma 2.
Well, it's going a bit crazy at Anfield. Roma are staging a comeback. It's Liverpool 5, Roma 2 now. 2 quick goals for the Italian outfit. This one came from the penalty spot there. Nainggolan with a shot from the edge of the area. It hit Milner's arm there. Maybe a little bit harsh. I can see why the referee has given it, though. When the spot kick was awarded, up steps the substitute Diego Perotti there, and he coolly steps up to this one, right-footed, just puts it into the top right corner there, and Roma suddenly have 2 away goals. It's Liverpool 5, Roma 2.
Nainggolan is sniffing a third. He's only got Schick ahead of him. He's trying to hold off Milner. He does. Finds Edin Dzeko. Left-footed shot. Takes a deflection. That's gone just over the bar. Maybe it didn't take a deflection. I thought it swerved in the air, but it's just fractionally too high. Karius is trying to tell his men to calm down. I don't blame him. All of a sudden, Roma look a different side as Dzeko, not particularly close, actually, with a different camera angle. It's a good couple of yards over the bar, and Karius was always underneath it. I have to say, I don't think you're going to see many better penalties than Diego Perotti.
So good, wasn't it? But it was so cool. It was just, walk up to it. Yeah, I'll just put that one into the top right corner, no problem whatsoever. I mean, suddenly this game is just opened up again. I mean, if Roma snatch another one before the end of this, and it's 5-3 with 3 away goals, then, I mean, who knows, the tie's right back on.
Dzeko down the left for Roma, goes into the box, low ball in towards the near post, and Perotti got there with Karius on his toes, on his line rather, but I think he was trying to control it, but it's such a tight angle, the touch is taking it over the goal, and maybe he's just trying to nick it in near post, but Liverpool are all over the place at the moment at the back. I think it's just a little bit of panic. And obviously 1 or 2 fans are biting their nails. I mean, they're still leading by 3 goals. It's incredible, really. But this turnaround, albeit temporary, has got the Roma fans in full voice.
I'm not surprised. I mean, now suddenly they're thinking, well, actually, they're within 3 goals, which is what they were with Barcelona. And they're thinking, we can do this. We can do 3 goals. As there's a bit of it coming together, and the referee is giving a yellow card to Fazio there.
Yeah, I think Henderson got a yellow card in the second, for the Roma second goal. I think he was arguing that it wasn't a penalty, and I have to agree. I don't think that Milner motioned towards the ball, whether that matters. I think it's a little bit harsh, the penalty. It's a brilliant penalty, I thought, from Perotti. Fazio's got his dander up, and he was furious with the fact that Liverpool were awarded a free kick. When he felt there wasn't that much contact. But 2 minutes plus injury time. Liverpool 5, Roma 2. Of course, Liverpool 5-0 up. Liverpool from that free kick are going backwards, but nice little shimmy from Milner sent to Roma players the wrong way. Now it's a ball down the channel. Firmino's trying to get it behind. He's actually well read by Manolas Fazio, who comes across, just shields off the Brazilian. Alisson comes to smother at his feet. But again, nothing's changed in that regard. Channel balls are causing Roma problems. They're just seeing a little bit more of the ball, and obviously causing a threat at the other end, as Perotti this time, well, he lost possession, trying to win it back. I think the referee's played an advantage as Henderson finds Firmino, then gives it away, well read by Florenzi, and Schick is allowed to turn. Robertson's now out of position. Schick's bringing it forward, cuts inside onto his left foot, 25 yards out, feeds it to the left edge of the box, and it's with Perotti. Low cross in, but he's got it wrong with his weaker left. It's too close to Karius, and it's an easy claim.
Again, it was another chance, so another half chance for Roma to get that ball into the box, and very disappointing there. Perotti would have wanted better from that cross in the area. I mean, if someone had made the dart to the near post, it would have worked out okay, but I don't think that's what Perotti was trying. He just sliced it slightly off his left boot, but God, how different it feels now between both sides. Roma are thinking one more away goal, one more goal. We've got 3 away goals then, and we're only 2 behind in the tie.
Yeah, I still think they'd have to hope that the front 3 of Liverpool all pick up injuries, because they're surely going to score at the Stadio Olimpico the way they just carve Roma apart. Barcelona didn't do it though, so it can't be ruled out, I suppose. So if they get this 3rd goal that they're trying to do, who knows what will happen in the second leg. And they've got a chance with Zeko, fires it into the feet of Schick, comes out to Nagland, shot low, wide of the near post. Did it take a deflection? It might be a corner with 90 minutes just about up. The Roma fans screaming their troops along. A 3rd goal, well, it would be incredible if it did go in. Couldn't get out of their half for an hour.
It's just crazy game. 5-0 up, Liverpool were cruising. Now suddenly their own nerves start to crack, which has shown. Not been impressed with Lovren. That left-hand side.
Here's Perotti into the right, try to reverse pass, comes back to him, and then it's fed to Gonalons under pressure, back to Strootman, now to Perotti, close down quickly, still finds a pass to Nagland. There's 4 minutes of added time, we've had one of those minutes. Now it's on the right with Florenzi, fires in a left-footed ball, but he's dragged it into the path of Loris Karius, and he pounces on the ball full serve. He's going to take as much time as he can. Don't want this to take anything away from what has been an impressive night for Liverpool. 5-2 up in the Champions League semi-finals, of course. It could have been 6, 7, 8 goals up given the chances they missed. But Roma, well, they haven't lay down, as Kolarov then gives it away. Well, hesitation from Wijnaldum. Zeko nipped in, but then he lost control. He's trying to hold off the Dutchman, runs it into touch, throwing to Liverpool with 2 of the added minutes completed. Firmino is going to make way. He won't get his hat-trick, but he's played his part tonight. And it's a striker for a defender. So Jurgen Klopp wants to just close out these last couple of minutes. Happy with a 3-goal cushion to take to the Stadio Olimpico. 5 attempts from Firmino. And I thought he was having a quiet game.
Oh yes, he's just can pop up at times, can't he? He's become a bit of a poacher for Liverpool. You know, he gets in the right positions, the right places at the right time, and he's got the 2 goals, which, you know, should prove crucial for them, really. Yes, it's 2 away goals they've given up, but they've still got 5 goals themselves. They're 3 ahead, and like we both said, we can't see Liverpool not scoring at the Stadio Olimpico. So, as things stand, this is still a good result, but I bet Jurgen Klopp will be a little bit frustrated that his team have given up 2 late away goals in this game. I mean, they were cruising, and then it's 2 goals within the space of 4 minutes has just given Roma a sniff in this tie.
Yeah, I thought the penalty was harsh, in fairness to the defenders. Milner, I don't think he's handballed that on purpose. I think the ball sits in, but there you go, it was given. One last chance perhaps for Roma. They've got a free kick, albeit only just outside their own box. Got 40 seconds of injury time left. Kolarov gets it back off Alisson. Surely he's just going to hit it long and hope. Well, his downfield ball is blocked into touch by Danny Ings. Throw in halfway inside the Roma half. Di Francesco, the Roma boss, is calling for one last effort. As Kolarov made a little bit of a meal of that. Now it's with Fazio. And he hits it long up towards Edin Dzeko. They stand off Edin Dzeko, but he somehow still loses control. And it's cleared back into the Roma half by Liverpool with 4 minutes now completed of the added time. Alisson, has he got time to take this clearance? No, he hasn't. What a night for Liverpool. The end has taken something off it, but still, they've beaten Roma by 5 goals to 2, and they've got 1 foot in the final. Mo Salah is probably get the man of the match, but Liverpool 5, Roma 2, full time.